Memories from the summers gone by. Indian summers in the northern plains of India are severely hot and humid, with the local winds, the loos, enervating even one's soul. The heat is at its peak again, and the month is that of July. I wouldn't be too surprised if your indulgences in daydreaming are the same as mine. I often drift to the Himalayas in my mind. You see, I have believed in the multiverse for a long time. I would like to believe also that one of me is in the Himalayas perpetually. She is amidst the snow-clad peaks and warm smiling people. My belief isn't totally imagined though. I feed it with my memories. A memory that has been the most recent addition to my Himalayan musings is from the summer of 2019. With the 3 others of my clan, I went to Nimmu, a small village in the district Leh of India's Ladakh. The first sight of Ladakh is deeply impressed upon my mind. The flight was flying over the low, brown, barren mountains of the Trans-Himalayas, some with tops glistening like caramel under the honey gold morning sunlight, and some others with shriveled snow, much like dusted sugar on a stack of your favorite chocolate gooey brownies. I didn't know which part of me held more sway over me at that moment, the geographer in me or the aesthete. The deep brown ridges on the mountains only left me with a deeper sense of awe. You know, the kind that just leaves you quiet, where you forget all your cares in the world and you revel in feeling alive. So here I was, looking at the ripples of time on the untouched mountains of the Ladakh range, irrevocably in awe. The journey from the Leh airport to Nimmu left us all dazzled. The kind of dazzling that still sparkles my day's musings and night's dreams. The sky was inky blue and the clouds just cotton-like. It felt like someone had abandoned their thought bubbles in the sky. The mountains were all shades of brown, red, orange, silver, grey, and magenta. Leaning my head outside the window, I could feel the weightless, cold, happy wind of the valley, rustling through my hair and welcoming my being. As the shadow of the clouds fell distinctively on the colorful mountains, so did the shadow of my rustling hair on the single charcoal grey road in the cold desert of Ladakh that led us to Nimmu. For our stay, I had chosen Nimmu House, a heritage boutique hotel. You see, I was quite taken with the idea of glamping last summer, and boy, was it the right choice to make. When we entered the Nimmu village, we saw only vast stretches of barley fields, punctuated with gompas, the Ladakhi monasteries, and glistening low brown barren mountains of the Ladakh range, with shadows of the clouds accompanying us. But sitting snug in the sleepy village was a noble house, built a century ago for the royal family of Ladakh. It was quintessentially Ladakhi, built with the sun-dried bricks, timber beams, and mustard-plastered white walls. But you know what took my breath away? It was the veranda. On days like today, when I can't wish the summer away, and I stay safe inside, keeping Corona at bay, postponing all my travel plans, I oftentimes just close my eyes and wander away to that veranda. I still feel the pure light, thin air. It had whips of snow and apricot in it. With a smile on my face, I open my eyes and I see the swaying willows the dancing, jubilant, tall poplar trees. I hear the sweet rustling water of the stream in the veranda, making the happy noises of two lovers. I find every pleasure of life in this one place. Apples and apricots hanging from the trees. Also, shadows from the walnut trees. The smell of these and the dance of the cotton pollens to the cold breeze. As I stand looking at the distant Karakorams, knowing I was smitten for life, Sonam, the caretaker, came from behind and said, "So you found us, Julie." And with a warm embrace, as if saying, "Nothing else matters, never did." She offered us the sweet labor of the valley, the apricot juice. It was thick and light at the same time, orange and all shades of yellow, sweeter and then a little sour at the same time. Isn't that what life is all about? I was sipping the apricot juice while indulging in some scenic philosophy. It felt like all of us were sharing a thought bubble at the same time. Oh, and you know how nights in Nimmu are? Black over black over black. That is the color of Nimmu's sky at night. Also, you could fill it up with the glimmer of 2 or 3 galaxies. And voila, the night is sketched. People at Nimmu had collected all the local woods they could, and we blew the fire with them to keep the night under the stars warm. The locals told us stories of the times when snow leopards came down to the village. The last sighting was just a few months back. We relished these local folklore with some thendup, the Ladakhi soup. It had some mild spices and a lot of vegetables. The crunch of the sesame seeds in the soup popped into my mouth like the flame sparks of the bonfire reaching up to the sky. Now again, after the meal and enough conversation, I wanted to stay a little while longer in the crisp cold to stare at the stars. But my imagination of the snow leopards got too vivid and I decided to go back to the tent. In the tents, hot water bottles in Ladakhi sleeves lay under my blanket to touch the sole of my feet and keep me warm as I slept. But you know what kept my dreams warm? That apricot juice in the veranda of Nimmu House.